Our next person to read is Clive.
Not sure whether this is poetry or prose, to be honest. If it's poetry, it's very blank. And it's the first one I've written actually for this. It's called When Sea Level Rises, and it's very political. When sea level rises, or possibly falls, you push a boulder up a small rise out of a little dip. It may roll away far down the other side of the hill into a valley you couldn't see. The climate could be like that. Or not. Quite likely it's uphill all the way. I should tell you, over 40 years ago, I was destined to design nuclear power stations until I realised the error of our ways and had a bloody great row with the prof. There are nuclear power stations all around the coast. If sea level rises, they'll be swamped. A half-metre rise doesn't sound much. Coastal erosion has made wide flat areas just offshore. Shallow waters that absorb storm energy. Half a metre of extra depth will mean they absorb very much less. And every storm will batter anything on the coast. British reactors are better than Soviet ones, so they said, after Chernobyl. And Japanese reactors are just as good as British ones, so they said, until Fukushima. If sea level doesn't rise because the changing climate goes the other way, then the ice is coming. What advancing ice will do to nuclear reactors doesn't bear thinking about. Even just a lower sea level will take their cooling water away. A nuclear reactor contains about 1,000 times as much radioactivity as a nuclear bomb, and there are hundreds of them around the world. But nuclear reactors aren't the worst bit. The waste they produce doesn't go away, and wherever they put it, it's going to leak out when the dry rocks become wet because of climate change, and you get lovely hot springs like Yucca Mountain had only a few thousand years ago when the climate was different. Or a lower sea level means that deep groundwater, that they rely on being stagnant as it is today, starts flowing again like it did during the last ice age. Or when a bloody great glacier grinds away the rocks that they've put their precious repository in. What with unpredictable weather, which doesn't help farmers grow food, and rising sea level flooding our farmland and our cities, or advancing ice, covering them up or grinding them away, life's going to be hard enough for our descendants, if we have any by then, without half the world being a radioactive hell.